In a giant sea of cool podcasts, finally comes a podcast that kicks the cool to the curb. Welcome to Kick the Cool, everyone. I am your big little brother, Tone.
I am your little brother, Wopsle.
I am your big sister, Shishi.
And this is the podcast that gives you the reviews you didn't know you needed. What's up, my nerds?
What up?
Guys, it's just, we're recording in the middle of September. It's just a couple of days from the big change of seasons from summer to fall. So I wanted to just, guys, what do you think about fall? Tell me about fall or autumn. That might be my first question. Do you usually call it autumn or do you usually call it fall?
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody that calls it autumn.
Right.
That just feels real out to me.
Yeah.
I call it autumn if you wouldn't understand what I meant by fall. Like if the sentence calls for something different than the word fall.
If there's going to be some confusion in using the word fall.
Also, don't you say the fall? If you say fall, that's
yes.
or you would just say the fall or you say autumn. Right?
Yeah, if you say we're going to do that in fall. No, we're going to do that in the fall.
But you would say I'm ready for fall.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So fall's my favorite. It's my favorite of all times. I love it. I love pumpkin spice, everything. I'm all in. But you guys do the same thing I do where like the first day that it feels like fall, I'm like pants, sweaters, turtlenecks, coat. And then like around here, at least in Oklahoma, like it doesn't get cold till December. I got months that I need to keep these shorts on. But I'm dressed like an idiot.
So you end up... I've already fallen into that trap because we had a whole week of sub 60 temperatures. So we were bundling up, wearing our sweaters and stuff. And then, so I put away all of, a lot of the clothes that still fit for summer. And I ended up having to get some of them back out.
Right. No, it's totally true. And then, something that's big, that's really big. And the reason I think it's so big is because it's the only time this happens. And it's a really big deal. The leaves. Mm-hmm. The leaves is a huge deal, guys.
I didn't used to like the leaves. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like the colors. I didn't like the fall colors. I didn't care at all about the
foliage. Are you cool with jumping into a big bunch of leaves?
Yeah, as long as I know there are no sticks in there.
You know, what's weird is when you were little, that was basically like a pile of blankets or mattress or trampoline or
That's right.
Swimming pool. But now I'm like, it's just leaves and ground. Like it hurts so bad. Were we just invincible or dumber? I don't know. Or both.
Because we're about, 4 times the size. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So,
well, and also like if I'm riding my bike and I'm 10 years old and I see a big giant pile of leaves, I'm going right through that sucker and dusting them up like Lightning McQueen or whatever, McCoy, whatever his name is.
Right, like Lightning McCoy.
And you're not worried at all about the little kid that is hiding in that pile of leaves as you go
that's
through
what I was about to say. It's kind of like driving through, rising floodwaters. You have no earthly idea what's inside. That could be a big rock underneath there. But no, you don't think that. And when you see a big pile of leaves as a kid, you run and jump right into it head first. Who knows what could be in there?
What
there
if
could be
there's a
sticks.
spike?
There could
just be a spike sticking up from the ground. You don't know.
A big bloody spike that has already got 4 kids impaled on it. 4
kids impaled. You have no idea.
And you know what you say? You know what you say to the kid right before he hits the spike? Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
Ba-da-ba-doom.
You remember that one, guys? Boy, that was a big one.
This is why I put this leaf pile together and sat out here in my lawn chair all day. I was waiting for some kid to do that. Hit him with that joke.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall. What?
See you next autumn. Doesn't have the same ring to
it. See you next in the fall. That's not, see, that doesn't work either.
Why is autumn the only one that has another word? Why do we call autumn fall?
What could we call spring? I was thinking it could be like lunge.
How about boing?
Boing. I like jump.
Yeah. Okay, so actually, if we're going to use the same theme, we should call it grow. We should call it grow because we're talking about leaves falling is the fall, right?
I like boing though. I'm thinking about if you're just like running through real fast and you're like, yeah, fall, snow, boing, sun.
Right. It's boing. It's official. Okay, so what about summer? I'm thinking like wet. Summer's very wet.
Jet skis.
Okay.
Jet ski, just blanket it with jet skis. It's pretty good. Yeah.
So you're like fall, snow, boing, jet skis. Those are the 4 seasons.
And now
Well,
that
I
needs
think
to
that
be,
works.
that needs to be episode 55 of Kick the Cool too, I think. That sounds like an episode name.
It does.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hold
You
on,
heard it
though.
here
I'm
first,
going to change.
folks.
I really want to change jet skis to, oh no, not again. That's what summer, that's what I want to name summer.
Yeah.
Oh no, not again.
Okay. I can get behind that.
We're doing this again?
So bleeping hot. How about that?
Right. Winter, I think you have to either call winter Christmas or snow, right? Like
Yeah.
How about hunker down?
hunker down.
I don't know. Home Alone. That's what I kind of think we should call it. Like the movie.
Yeah.
And hunkering down.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. We've got Home Alone, Boing,
Boing.
jet skis, and autumn.
I like that a lot. That's great.
Okay, we
That's
got it.
great. Yeah, we got it.
All right, guys, let's get on to the reviews today. That was just, we just wanted to talk about that for a minute. But yeah, let's start it off with Wopsle. Wopsle, what are you going to review for us today?
Well, I think I must just be the movie guy on our podcast because last week I had a movie and I'm just kind of, I don't know, maybe I love movies, but I want us to review the movie of Bill and his buddy Ted.
Oh,
And really, I want to hone into Excellent Adventure because it's one of those deals that as the youngest sibling, I need you guys to let me know why I feel some of the ways I feel about it.
Dude.
Okay.
But then also, I just want to take in all of the Bill and Tedness that we can and just kind of lay it all out there. So I feel like Bill and Ted was always pretty prominent in our family growing up. She, what do you remember about Bill and Ted?
Well, when you said you had another movie, I started to get worried because I usually haven't seen the movie or I only saw it once 5 years ago or something. But I know Bill and Ted. Okay,
Right.
like my own brothers. You're Bill and you're Ted. You work it out between you, whatever.
Oh,
So-
no. This is going to be rough.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, yeah, I know it's the dumbest movie ever made, but it just has such an innocence and such a freshness, and it's just so fun. Like it knows it's stupid. That's why it's fun.
Tony, what do you remember about it? What do you think about it?
What's funny is I watched it just the other day. I think
Really?
1 week ago today, actually, I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for the first time in, probably 10 years. Yeah, exactly what Sherry said. I mean, it's all, she nailed it with everything. And what's great about it is there's all these little parts, it's the little, what's great is that it would have been a good movie. It would have been a pretty good movie. But then they added and they paid attention to details. They worked their butts off to say, let's make sure every little moment is we squeeze every bit of funny out of it.
Mhm.
And it's totally there. It's every moment is as funny as it can be.
Well, and I do remember it being funny. And, I think a lot of like the reason that I am why I am was because of like Bill and Ted. And they're, I've always been kind of like dumb surfer dude, kind of the way that I talk. And, but I remember Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventure being so like prominent in my life. And that it was a really important piece of fiction. There was something about when they'd go to the future and I think there was really something about like just these idiotic guys, but end up like changing the future for the better. I really think that was super formative for me to think I can be my idiot self and also have a positive effect on the future.
I love that, Wopsle.
It was like really spiritual for me growing up, and I wasn't sure if I just stumbled into that. We had that we had the soundtrack and like just had that on repeat. So did you guys help me find that, or did that just how it hit me? Do you guys remember it being that important?
I mean, I was a teenager, so I didn't find it that important. It was just a big goof.
Yeah.
It was all just goofs.
Well, I found it to be hugely important, but it wasn't quite as important on its own. The reason it was important is because, Wopsle, you might not remember this because you were so young during the 80s, but Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure came out in 1989. Well, during the 80s, there was a big movement from Huey Lewis singing It's Hip to Be Square and, all of these Weird Al Yankovic coming out and all these weird bands, Revenge of the Nerds, the movie being a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool to be dumb and weird and goofy and be yourself, even with all of your flaws. And so that was a very big trend during the 80s. And Bill and Ted kind of capped it off at the end, going out in style.
Uh-huh.
Now, I kind of equate the movie Wayne's World with Bill and Ted. In my mind, for some reason, they're kind of a set. But I watched Wayne's World just like maybe a year ago, again, after, years of not. I've been looking for it and nobody ever had it streaming. Well, finally found it, watched it. It was awful.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't enjoy it at all. I might have mentioned that on here before, but I still liked Bill and Ted. Yeah, it was stupid. But it was still, there was no racism in it. There was a lot of weird, bad, sexist stuff in Wayne's World. And,
yes,
it was just kind of icky. Nothing like that in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's right. And, I was thinking, as soon as we started talking about Bill and Ted, I was thinking, Wayne's World, in my opinion, kind of hurt Bill and Ted's legacy because Wayne and Garth, I don't know why so many people really got so excited about Wayne's World, because when it came out, I remember going, oh, this is Bill and Ted pretty much. Right? It's basically Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. See, I would say that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Wayne's World are a little bit on the same wavelength to me. But that first one was so much more important. Like the first one was like Braveheart or like Saving Private Ryan. Like it was an epic for the ages that changed lives.
I was going to say, were you 11 when it came out? But you weren't. You were younger than that.
I was 7 when the first one came out. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we watched the most recent Bill and Ted, which we can get to here in a minute. And I didn't watch it with my 7-year-old. And now I'm realizing I guess I probably should, because it's just as dumb, and it has a few really laugh out loud dumb moments to me. And then at the end, it feels as important as that first one did to me.
Guys, I haven't seen it. Have you both seen
either.
it? Oh, Wopsle, do not spoil it.
Well, just let me say, here's what I will say. I'll go on the record and say this about the new Bill and Ted Face the Music. You better love you some Bill and Ted. And if you do, if you are like sold out, if you still have the bed sheets and the pillowcase, then you will love Bill and Ted Face the Music. If you have no previous experience with them, I think it may be a tough, because there's a lot of nostalgia in it. You've probably seen the previews. They go back, they meet death again. Like there's lots of stuff.
Lots of callbacks to the first two.
Yeah. But again, I think this is the the movie is them trying to write the song that the first one's about, that they never revealed the song. So it's pretty good. It made me feel the same way that the first one did. And that's such a rare thing that a movie makes me feel like I can be myself and change the world. And that's kind of what that movie made me feel like. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I thought that's what they were going for, right? So I thought to myself, when I watched it, I thought, oh, they're saying dumb people can change the world too. And then I thought, and when I was watching it, I was 16 years old. And so I thought to myself, well, that's not true. I like the story though.
I still don't want to be dumb. I still don't want people to think I'm stupid. So.
Exactly. So I kind of had a different take than you did, Waffle.
Yeah, you had evidence to show that wasn't true. But at 7, I hadn't learned yet that wasn't true.
That's right.
It was all blue sky for me still.
I love it.
And then, and I haven't gone back and watched Bogus Journey. I went to record the first Bill and Ted because it's been on recently because of the new one coming out. So I went to record Excellent Adventure, and it's pretty funny. It was coming on FX, Sci-Fi, and PBS are the three channels playing Bill and Ted right now. I don't know why.
See you.
Right?
I see you, PBS.
So that was pretty funny to me. But so I've watched that one, but I haven't watched Bogus Journey again. But I did go back and watch the scene where they're falling down to hell in Bogus Journey. You guys remember that scene? Where they're like,
don't they get bored or something?
Yeah, and then they kind of stop screaming, and then they're just like falling, and then they're just playing 20 questions, and they're just like bored of falling. That scene holds up.
I need to go back and watch that one again.
The scene, at least, is so funny. The whole movie maybe is funny, but again, it wasn't quite as formative for me, so I haven't gone back and watched it. So, all right, well, I think it's time for us to rate these guys. So you can do, I think I really want to hone in on Excellent Adventure, but kind of all things Bill and Ted can kind of be wrapped into your rating of them. So Shishi, you're up first. What do you rate Bill and Ted?
Well, I can choose any one of a number of wonderful quotes, and I'm not going to choose the only one with a number in it because I think one of you guys is going to do it. So I will just rate Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Be excellent to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I love it. What a great one.
And what like an honestly good life motto. Like we really should be adopting that, even though it's from a dumb movie from 1989.
And party on, dudes. I mean, yeah.
So, all right, well, Tone, what do you rate them?
I rate the Bill and Ted movies one time of not forgetting to wind your watch. One time. Don't forget to wind your watch, Ted. And of course, what's great is he does forget to wind his watch, and therefore, in the time loop continuum, he forgets to wind his watch infinitely.
Yeah. Right. Otherwise, the whole thing falls apart.
Well, no, actually, it would not fall apart at all because the not winding of the watch has no effect on them, really. Like, I mean, it just makes them like barely make it, right? Mm-hmm. And so all it would have done if he would have wound his watch is they would have said, oh, well, let's get there a little early. Instead of making all of the historical figures go hang out at the mall. so all that would have happened is Napoleon would not have eaten a giant bowl of Neapolitan ice cream.
Sometimes if you ever forget when that movie came out, it's like, no, it was the 80s because they took the historical figures to the mall. And it's just like, oh, it's so on the nose. It's so good.
So 80s.
There was also a video game that came out that I loved, and it was so bad. I've watched it on YouTube, and it was a terrible game.
Oh.
There was a Saturday morning cartoon that I was like all into.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
And so my rating is the theme song from that cartoon. I literally haven't Googled it, but as I remember it went like this. Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Adventure.
Wow. They put some thought into that one.
That's what I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, what a great movie. What a great time. And I'm thankful that it did what it did for me.
Nobody said 69 dudes. So
I don't remember 69 dudes.
69 dudes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do now.
Okay, I'm also blown away that no one's even mentioned what I think is probably the most famous line from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Well, that was another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
I say that enough in real life. So I wanted to use one that I don't use all the time in real life.
Yeah.
So, you know what's funny about this movie, though? When I had the kids watch it a couple of years ago, they were like, oh, that's why everybody says that? Oh, that's why Daddy says, put them in the Iron Maiden. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, all of everything you know about life comes from Bill and Ted secondhand through your parents. Yeah.
Right. Did you realize it was that prominent in your like everyday life until they started pointing it out?
Yeah, I think so. I think about it all the time, actually, which is weird.
Well, I mean, it changed Wopsel's life forever. So
Maybe it changed
Apparently.
mine too, and I just didn't realize it until just now.
all right, guys, great topic. Let's move on to she. Sister, what are you going to review for us today?
I'm 50 years old. So, in honor of my birthday week, in which I am turning 50, I'm going to review the number 50. I'm 50 years old. Sally O'Malley. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to tell my true age. I'm Sally O'Malley and I'm 50. I got more juice in this tomato than all these other fruits put together. I'm 50. I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50.
Don't know what's going on right now. I'm so confused.
This is another one of these great moments.
I love
Tony
it.
doesn't know what we're doing.
I love it.
Wopsle, do you know what I just did?
Yeah, I was gonna say I love that Mike Gundy, college coach Mike Gundy, made it cool to turn 40, and that Sally O'Malley made it cool to turn 50. Like they gave us something to say at these milestones.
And
I
you know
love
what
it.
the best part of this is? That Tony does not know what I just did. Like
I
that
don't know.
never happens.
I like to kick
It's been happening more lately.
and stretch
And kick.
and kick.
Is this something from Cars?
No, it's from
Okay.
SNL. This is a Molly Shannon bit from SNL. You need to look it up because
Okay.
she is one of the unsung heroes of SNL. So
She is.
I watched a skit in preparation to do her, that terrible impression, and
is that what
my
that
throat's
was?
all messed up now. But it was sad because they were like, she was trying to join the police academy in this skit, and they were, I think it was not Matt Damon, who's the other one,
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, and he was like, "Oh, you're too old. We don't want old ladies." And that made me really sad because I'm
Mhm.
not an old lady.
No.
I mean, I guess I will be when I turn 50 this week.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that 50 is way different than it was 30 years ago.
Was that 30 years ago that she was on SNL?
I think it was 20. I think it was 20 years ago.
I quit. I quit the podcast. Goodbye. My life's almost over. I got other things to do. I'm not done.
Nearing the end. You better get busy.
I'm nearing the end. So what do you guys think after all that? Tone, what do you think about the number 50?
What I think about 50 is that 50 is the new 30. 50 is the new 30, man. People who are 50, they don't look 50 anymore. Right? And the reason people probably say that stupid phrase that 20 is the new 10 or whatever.
You're basically a toddler.
Yeah. Congratulations. But yeah, the reason people say that stupid phrase is because they got old, and now all the old people don't look so old. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but you don't have to stay with the age thing because we are going to talk about the whole number. Okay, Wopsle, what do you think about the number 50?
The number 50, I think, it's a good, solid, round number. I really love it. I'm going to actually go back to someone else's birthday, but one of my buddies turned 50 10 years ago or so, and we, this idea of, quote unquote, making him feel his age, we all got him 50 of something. So you could get him like 50 quarters, right? And so you're loving on him, but like razzing him at the same time, Here's 50
Right.
things. You give him like 50 pounds of sugar that he's stuck with or something, And so I thought it'd be really funny to give him 50 goldfish from Walmart.
Nice.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
I bought 50 goldfish from Walmart and got home and then realized I didn't have anything to put them in. So then I put them in, I went back to Walmart, bought an aquarium, put them in the aquarium, but there was no air circulating. Anyway, they were just dying left and right, those poor guys. And so by the time it got to the time I was supposed to deliver it to his birthday, there was about 30 of them alive. so that didn't even really like fit. And I was about to, for this guy's 50th birthday, was about to give him like this obligation. Like, here you go.
And it didn't even mean anything anymore.
Yeah, not even 50, 30 half dead fish, bro. Here you go, man.
Good luck.
I like to call it assorted. 50 assorted fish. Some are dead, some are not.
Yeah, that's a great. I should have done that.
I'm thinking 50 is a buttload of years and 30 is a buttload of fish. So
Right,
that equates.
right, yeah.
That equates. It's just a lot.
Just a buttload of something.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, so at that party though, it's so interesting that like 50 pennies is just like a roll of pennies. But like 50 pounds of sand is like these so many giant bags of sand.
So 50 is like it is a great round number. And for me, it's like 50%. That's what I always think of. I think of percentages. So it's like halfway. It's half of something. So that, as I've been aging every year, I'm like, well, I'll probably live till 80. So I'm halfway there. And then when I hit 45, well, maybe I can get to 90. So I'm still halfway. So now I got to get to 100. I'm still halfway. I still have half my life left. 50% of my life. So Wikipedia says that in case you didn't know, 50 is the natural number following 49 and preceding 51.
Oh.
So just in case you didn't know
I
about
love
that.
Wikipedia.
See, that's why I should be paying $3 for Wikipedia. Whenever I log in, they're always like, hey, give us your money. It's for gems like that. Info like that.
Think about how many states are in the union. We have 50 states. That's a good round number. That's why nobody wants to add another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, if we have 51, how are we going to get that
On
extra
the flag,
star on the flag?
And if I say to you, tell me the first percentage that pops into your head, you're usually either going to say 100 or 50.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Those are the most popular percentages, because half might be more of a used fraction and percentage than whole.
Yes, I bet. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, it might not be as used as 110%. So
that's true.
Because people like to use that.
But that's true.
Okay, so can you think of any other things that 50 is associated with? Pop quiz. This is a new segment called Sherry's Pop Quiz.
Okay.
50 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's like the frustrating speed.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's never a time when 50 is the right speed to go to make anyone happy.
You know what? That's funny. In Seminole, the speed limit is 50 on on a main street, where I think most towns would make it 45. And so it's like you always feel like you're careening out of control because you're going too fast. So yeah, there's no good 50 miles per hour.
Every time I'm on that road, I am like scoping for cops constantly, and I'm going the speed limit. But I'm like, I'm going way too fast. I know I am.
50. I think about like 50's Diner, like the year 1950.
Oh,
like the 50s.
1950.
That sticks out to me when you say the number 50.
The golden age of all the isms.
Oh, the 50s.
All the isms. Sexism, racism, ageism, which I'm about to experience.
A great decade for a very, very, very small population in the United States.
Yeah.
For a tiny sliver, it was a banner decade.
Now, 50 Cent. There is a rapper named 50 Cent.
Yeah. 50th wedding anniversary is the golden anniversary.
On that note, do you ever, when you're married, like look at like the 11th anniversary and you're like, oh, I get like twigs today or whatever it is, oh, this one's polyester. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they are. But do you ever go, gosh, I wish there could just be a really good one, like in the 7th year, like why can't I get like gold in the 7th year? And then the bad ones can be on the back end.
Think about this though. So you have your golden and then you don't have anything for the next 25 years. You have to make it to 75 to get to diamond.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a long time to get nothing.
Yeah. You're off the hook for 15 years. Don't even worry about it. 51, the nothing anniversary. 52, it's the nothing anniversary.
Right.
Just nothing over and over. Because we just had our 14th anniversary, and we were joking because it was like, during COVID, we kind of couldn't do anything. And so we were like, well, who cares? It's just 14. Like 15 is the one that matters, which is kind of funny because it's like, well,
Right.
why does 15 matter more? But it does. But 15 doesn't have a traditional anniversary thing. There's not one at 15.
Oh, wow.
But
So it goes from 10 to 20.
Yeah. But then there is a 25 because, you got to have a 25 and then also a 30. So it just skips 15 for somebody. Let's put 15 in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why not put 15 in there?
I vote puzzles.
Puzzles!
Oh, that's a great one. We love puzzles.
Awesome.
Wait, listen. There's fives
one.
all the way up. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Why is there no
15?
15. I'm over it. It's puzzles. because guess what? Why is there no one for 15? That's the puzzle.
Right.
So, Tone, what do you rate the number 50?
I rate the number 50 or the number 50. I rate it in the club.
Right. Yeah.
Find me in the club.
Pocket full of grubs.
Mama, I got the worms. Yeah.
Is that real?
That song's about worms.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wopsle, what do you rate the number 50?
Listen, I don't want to say this too loud because the whole time all I've been thinking about is I'm going to rate 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, no.
What?
Right?
No.
That's a lot of shades.
I know it. You love it. We all love it around here.
We all love it.
I've never read the book or seen the movie.
Yeah.
But I do like some different kinds of gray.
I think it's time on this podcast for Wopsle to bite the bullet and admit, have you seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey?
There is no way either one of you or anyone listening to this podcast thinks that any of the three of us have seen or watched that movie or the book. It is so obvious that we are not spending our time on that. There's way too much Bill and Ted media in the world to waste a minute on 50 Shades of Grey.
The time that we have committed on this podcast to Bill and Ted and Weird Al Yankovic, just that combined shows you we have not had time to watch 50, nor the inclination to watch 50 Shades of Grey.
Nobody wants us to watch that movie. We'll just bring it down. I'm going to have to rate the number 50. I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50 years old.
Happy birthday, Sherry.
Thank you.
Birthday.
I'm wearing my crown.
Yay.
Well, let me tell you, I Googled the word 50 because I thought there might be something funny there. It says definition, number. The number like kind of some things like you said, but then it says 50 years old, and then the sentence it uses is she looked about 50.
Wait a minute.
That's in the definition of the number 50. 50 years old. She looked about 50.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
It's such a rich topic with so many hidden meanings.
I also like that the example they used was 50 years old. And then they just don't even use that phrase. They go, she looked about 50. Like they don't even use the years old part.
Yeah.
Like people have literal 50 like birthdays where they turn 50 years old. You didn't have to do an equivalent like, she looked about 50.
Yeah. And why are they worried about her
funny.
age?
Right.
Right. Hey,
Anyway.
how old did that girl look? How old that woman look? She looked about 50. Why are you asking that?
Because it's her 50th birthday. And I was just wondering.
Do they look like me? If they do, then they look about 50. There's a great quote from Gloria Steinem. I'm probably going to bring it down right now. Great quote from Gloria Steinem. Somebody asked her, "Oh, you're 42? You don't look 42." And she said, Yeah, I do, because I'm 42. So
Right.
obviously this is what 42 looks like.
That's right.
Idiot. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing.
Idiot. Yeah, that is definitely paraphrasing mean, Delilah.
That's really fun. Oh, man.
All right, guys, for our last review of the day, I'm going to take over and just, I want to let you know that I usually jump on to our chat about, 20 minutes early. And today I did so. But I have coffee right now in my hand that I'm drinking because I woke up right before we started this podcast, like right before I got on the chat. So for my review today, I want to revisit a topic that I feel like we have a lot more to offer than what we first did in episode 21, entitled Bust Up Limbo Fish. Great title.
Yes.
Don't try to argue with me. Great title.
I love that.
Yeah.
We're going to review, for the second time, Waking Up. I want to say this first of all. I did not today wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I never wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
You really
every
don't.
time I wake up, every time I wake up, I am in a good mood. I'm like, yeah, let's all love each other. Yay. Like, I'm just so comfy and cozy. Now, what I want to know first off is there a wrong side?
I wake up on the wrong side of the bed quite frequently. So
No, but like, why? Where's that phrase come from? Is there a wrong side? Do you guys feel like there's a wrong side for your bed?
There definitely is in mine, because there's two people that sleep in it. And so the other side feels so very different.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
It actually feels better. I don't think it feels wrong. I think it feels right.
That's what I was going to say.
I might wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day now that you mention it.
Right. If you wake up and your spouse is not in their spot and you wake up on their side of the bed, then aren't you like, oh, I got the whole bed.
This is great.
Right? Like,
yeah, this is good stuff.
Well, my bed, I'm on one side and then the pillows are on the other side. So all of my decorative pillows just get shoved over to that side and they never get up. So I only have half the bed all the time.
So if you woke up on the other side of the bed, covered and smothered in pillows, it would be pretty frightening and maybe make you mad.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Well, okay. I'll say this too. If I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I had a spouse, then I would be confused, but probably luxuriate in the fact that I had the bed all to myself. Or does it mean that you have switched places during the night with your spouse? So you wake up on the wrong side and they do too. Then it does make you mad because everyone goes, what the heck is going on?
And you realize that you've fallen into an alternate dimension.
I was going to say, you're talking like a Freaky Friday kind of situation is what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yep.
That's waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yep.
When you've switched lives.
Can you imagine falling asleep on your side, Wopsle, and you wake up and you're on Amy's side and you look over and she's on yours and you have no idea how it happened?
But even more than that, she's me and I'm her, and I have to go do her big presentation also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but if you look over and see yourself in bed, that would be even scarier. Yeah.
That would make me mad. Yeah.
Then I'd be pretty grumpy all
That
day.
would be the wrong side of the bed.
People would, if I was Wopsle and, people would be like, Amy, you must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You're like, you damn right I did.
I have no idea.
You don't even know.
Now, wait, I'm kind of curious too about were we afraid to say that people were grumpy? Why did we have to come up with like a nicer, like a cutesy way to say that someone was grumpy? You woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Right.
Somebody said it as a joke, and somebody else thought it was funny and said it as a joke.
He woke up on the wrong. Wait, are you saying I'm grumpy today? Yeah.
You just call me grumpy?
Okay.
You're really confrontational. I mean,
well,
that's a clue.
I did wake up on the other side. I did not wake up on the other side of the bed. I woke up on the other side of my skin. How about that? In someone in my spouse's body. How about that? So, what do you think? Should I be upset today? I have a vagina now. What am I? Am I supposed to be okay?
Oh, you have a lot to learn about that thing, let me tell you.
Oh, no. Now, okay, now let me ask this too. What's the first thing, Wopsle, what's the first thing you do? Very first thing you do when you wake up?
I mean, I guess I stand up. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That it's kind of like those first few moments.
I can tell you what I do 15 minutes after I get up. That's in my memory very well.
Exactly.
I don't know what I do right off the bat. I just kind of...
The instant you wake up, like what do you do? A lot of us don't know.
I know exactly what I do. How can you not know? I listen to the song that's playing for just a second. And then I turn off the alarm and I get up.
Oh, okay.
Right? Don't you guys do that?
I am by the legal definition awake, but I'm not awake until I'm downstairs. Like I'm not aware until 10 to 15 minutes after I wake up.
Right.
Hey, but here's the difference. I bet you that I never get to the level of sleep that you do because I'm up all night long. Like I just wake up all the time. So I'm my eyes are open. I'm awake.
Yeah, I am a hard sleeper. I'm a hard sleeper. Yeah.
Right. Now, okay, so how long after you woke up do you have your first sip of coffee?
It's probably within 10 minutes, but maybe 10 minutes is a good round number.
Really? So it's already made downstairs? You just stumble downstairs and get your coffee?
No, I have to start it, but we just do Keurig here. But so I guess that's the first thing I do. I wake up and stumble downstairs. And like if I have to go to the bathroom or something, I definitely push the button on the coffee to get it going and then go to the bathroom rather than go to the bathroom first. Because coffee is there's not going to be a day if I don't get that coffee in me, like ASAP. So there's no need to do anything else unless I make sure that objective is, first and foremost.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I stumble my way, and I'm usually, for some reason, I groan. When I wake up, I just walk around going, but
no,
I'm
I
happy.
do that. I'm not happy. I'm like, why do I do this to myself every day?
But I stumble to the coffee maker, I make coffee, and then I go pee or whatever. And
pee is the first. Yeah, that's the first thing I do after my feet hit the floor. I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're like, dang it, not again. Didn't even make it to the bathroom.
Put my feet on the floor. Oh, no. Every time.
I did say go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, that can mean.
I think that means
wherever you're at.
I peed my pants.
Peed my bed.
You got a skateboard beside your bed so that you could wheel yourself to the bathroom without your feet hitting the floor.
I would die.
And then you get up, get a position.
So that's a different kind of. When's the last time you woke yourself up stopping your pee?
That happens to me. Yeah, that happens.
You're in your dream, you're thinking this would be a good time to go, and then you start to go, and your awake brain is like, "Stop it, you idiot! Stop!"
Yeah. What a scary moment.
That is. How about this? This happened one time. I guess we just kind of put each other on blast on here sometimes. But when you were 18, or somewhere around in there before you left for college, one time you and me slept on the pull-out couch in the living room north of Payton. Do you remember that? By chance?
Well, I don't no, I don't know.
Well,
did I pee the bed?
You did. And to this day, I feel like it was probably me, but everyone agreed that it was you. And I right now believe that it was you.
Did I say it was me?
I think you did, but again, I was a little kid.
I would never blame it on you because I'm sure that I jumped up and went, God dang it, I peed.
Did your feet hit the floor before you realized what was going on?
Yeah, and I'm going to say, okay,
it.
you put me on blast. I'm putting myself on blast now because I have done that several times as an adult. And it's in my dream, it's so perfect. It's time. Let's go. And then I wake up and I'm like, it's been a while since I've done it, but I mean, I have done it as an adult. And then if I do stop myself, okay, did I tell you that I'm turning 50? Because I use the bathroom a lot. My bladder is little bitty, apparently. So, but yeah, it's I'm always really disappointed when I wake up and realize I can't just go to the bathroom right where I'm at.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a little disappointed.
Well, all right. If we're putting everybody on blast, I'll blast myself. Within the last year, I woke up and I went, wow, I feel really weird. I think I just slept a long time. I look at the clock. I just slept for 12 hours. I haven't slept for more than like 6 hours in 6 months. Like, I just slept for 12 hours out of nowhere.
Sounds awesome.
And everything's wet.
Oh, no.
And I have no recollection of how it got that way.
There was no panicked moment for you, is what you're saying.
No,
there was no.
No, and there was no remembered dream where, no, there was none of that. It was just to wake up and go, okay, well, something happened while I was asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but.
And it sounds like that was good enough sleep that was a fair trade. That was a.
I'm going to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, because it's been so long
problem.
since I've slept more than about 4 hours at a time. I mean,
If you could sleep 12 hours and wake up to everything soaked, you'd like, yeah, I will take that.
I'd
Thank
be like,
you.
yeah,
Yes, please.
totally.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I will say that one time, here's a trade I am not willing to make. One time I fell asleep on my couch, which this was, so I've gone through times in my life where I just sleep on the couch all the time. And then I've gone through times where I sleep in the bed. And this is during a time where I slept regularly in the bed. And so it was like, like 4 p.m. and I fall asleep on the couch and I'm just thinking, I'm just going to take a little nap, a little 30-minute power nap. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up and I've forgotten all about the whole power nap concept. I've actually forgotten about everything in the world. I've forgotten everything that exists. And all I know is everything in the world is pitch black. I can't see anything, my hand in front of my face. And I have no idea where I'm at because I slept for 4 hours and now it's dark outside. Well, when I went to sleep, it was all, I didn't need to turn on any lights because it was nice and bright outside. So I woke up that time and I had no clue what was happening. And I was so freaked out for like 5 minutes. I was like, where am I? What is this? Where am I?
Oh my gosh. The Taliban captured me and I'm in solitary.
Yes.
When you first started that story and you said there was something you didn't like more than peeing the bed, I thought you were going to say you the bed, which would be really bad.
Whoa. I always wanted to know somebody who just pooped the bed. Like, because I don't think that happens because most people do wear underwear to bed. So you actually just poop your underwear. You don't poop the bed.
Hopefully, it's never mind.
I've had some poops that would have made it to the bed, but I think you're right. Your average,
trying not to go there.
your average one would stay contained.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
You're telling my secret shame.
Here, I'll give you another waking up that is great. That is great. You know this. Whenever you are trying to go to sleep and then you finally fall asleep and then you wake up and you're like, ugh, I woke up before my alarm. This is terrible. I know it's like 5 minutes till my alarm goes off. I'm about to have to get up. I feel like trash. I'm so tired. And you look over and it's like midnight. And you're like,
oh yeah.
Oh, I thought it was morning, but it's not. I get to sleep. I get to go right back to sleep. And you feel like, this is so great. Or sometimes I'll even like get up out of bed just for a second and then check a time or something and be like, oh, I got a whole night ahead of me. That's a great feeling.
Yes. Yes. I've done it before where I slept for like 30 minutes and felt like I had slept all night. And so I wake up and I go, oh, wow, that was pretty good sleep. I wonder what time it is. Whoa. I've only been asleep for 30 minutes. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't multiply in the proper ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after 30 minutes, I felt like that. Imagine what I'm going to feel like after 6 hours. Well, it doesn't work that way.
No.
You just took a power nap, basically.
Right.
Right.
Well, and so, Wopsle, what do you rate Waking Up Part 2?
My rating for waking up this time has to be 2 out of 2 feet hitting the floor.
Dry feet.
That's right.
but not for long.
That's right. Sushi, what is your rating of waking up part 2?
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. I rate it 9 to 5.
Busting out a living.
I come skating by my skateboard to the bathroom.
So I don't pee my feet.
Pee my feet.
Because I really want to.
No one's ever said, pee my feet.
You can cut all of that out. Just keep the 9 to 5 part. Just keep those numbers.
Because wait, you just now pointed out you can pee your pants, but you can't pee anything else. You can't pee your feet. You don't pee the toilet. You pee in the toilet. Why is the pants the only thing that you can pee?
You can't pee your shirt.
Right.
Well, you could, I guess.
You could get pee on, or you pee the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You pee the bed or you pee your pants. You cannot pee your shirt. You can't pee your feet.
Do you think that came from wet your pants and wet the bed? And so we just like modernly put pee in there?
Yes.
You wet yourself? You pee yourself?
I think so.
I like pee your feet. I think I'm going to start using that more often.
Pee your feet.
I hope I don't have a reason to, but
exactly what I was going to say is hopefully you don't need to use it more. I came up with a great term for next time I get pee all over my feet. I can't wait.
Next time I take a shower.
Gonna be a rough Tuesday at work today. Hashtag peed my feet.
All right, I am gonna have to rate what now I can't think of anything but pee my feet. I'm gonna rate waking up part 2. I'm gonna rate it Freaky Fried Wake. The moment when you wake up and you and your significant other have switched bodies while you were asleep. Everyone, hashtag gonna be a rough day today.
I can't even compute that.
Because I know my spouse is in there peeing the feet on my body.
Right.
She's peeing my feet. Right. And that is just not right.
Well, it's your pee too, so.
Two bad things happened this morning to start my day off. Switched bodies with my significant other and peed my feet.
So does it, if you're peeing your spouse's feet, does that make it less pleasant or more pleasant for yourself? Like, you know they're not your feet, but you're still in that body feeling it.
But I am going to be more reckless. I'm going to be more reckless with someone else's feet. Definitely.
Right. These aren't my feet. Right. Who cares?
Pee all over them.
I'll poop my feet. I don't care. Not my feet.
Gosh.
Not my problem.
Yep.
You guys.
That one's not hashtag going to be a rough Tuesday. That's hashtag calling in to work.
Sorry, that's also hashtag going to be a rough marriage for the next 50 years because I'm never going to live this down.
Remember when we Freaky Friday'd that one day? Yeah, you totally like fixed that problem with me and my friend, and you did whatever. Yeah, but you also pooped my feet that time. Like you and my body pooped my feet. And that's the part that I get stuck on. Yeah, sure, we're good. Yeah, you got a tattoo and that was funny. Yeah, you bonded with, Betty, the neighbor across the back fence. But you also pooped my feet.
You nailed that presentation. And then you pooped my feet.
You got me the promotion.
Right.
I will be forever indebted to that part of that day. But you did poop my feet.
The pooping of the feet was a little much.
It was a little much. I think I have some papers for you to sign.
It's been a nice run.
Reason for leaving.
Reason for, what's it called? Dissolution of marriage?
Or was it adultery or abandonment? No, he pooped my feet.
He straight up pooped my feet. Oh, man. Oh, what a good. That's that. We got to revisit that topic. Pooping and peeing your feet.
I feel like we've exhausted that one.
That one really hit home,
Oh, there's so many things there's so many other options. Like, can you poop your shirt? Has anyone ever pooped their shirt? You know what I mean? Like, I need to know these things, and there's so many options. So
maybe everybody can write us and tell
later.
us if they've ever pooped their shirt. I would love to hear if any of our listeners has ever pooped a shirt.
Yeah. Or peed or pooped their skateboard.
Or maybe not. Honestly. Now that I said that, I don't really want to know.
Right, never mind. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. We really appreciate you listening.
Yeah, we would love to hear really any thoughts that you have. We got, we love getting emails from you at reviews@kick.cool, like the one we got from Brian this past week with tons of incredible review ideas. I promise you, Gerhardt, we're going to use one of yours soon. But anything you got on your mind, send us an email, reviews@kick.cool, and we'd love to hear from you.
And we also want to give a big thank you to the band Bugs, Buggs. They are one of our favorite bands in the world, and they let us use their song entitled Reviews as our theme song. Thank you so much, Bugs. We love you very much.
Thanks, Bugs.
Thank you, Bugs. I am really excited because we have just sold our first mug.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I haven't got it mailed out yet. I promise I will get that out to you soon. I got to give a shout out to Alex and Ashley and their son Archer, who is our most loyal listener because he's being forced to listen on the car ride to school.
Shout out to Archer.
Have a great day at school today, Archer.
So if you would like to show some support for Kick the Cool, we love bringing you this every week, and we would just love for you to have some of our merchandise in your home. So you can go to kick.cool, click on the coffee icon, and buy us 4 or more coffees to show your support, and we will send you a coffee mug in the mail.
A really nice coffee mug too.
It's the
really
best mug.
It
best
really
mug
is.
ever.
Listen, I have to buy another one from us because Amy now hides that mug out of the dishwasher to make sure I don't get it. And she gets it.
Amy.
So, yeah, she's playing dirty, but that's how good of a mug it is. It's by far our best mug.
Yeah.
Our best mug in our house.
All right. Well, I guess that does it for us this week. Thank you so much for listening, all you cool kickers. And until next week, love you. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by.
You'll feel better.
What a way to make a living.
Cool.
Barely getting by. It's all 50 and no giving. No, I have no idea. She just shouts.
She's almost Tony Clifton, the way that you just kind of get it. That kind of like works.